Oh, I love that music. Greetings, salutations, and welcome to my WTF is. My name is Ahrtimmer, and I'm going to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is TAGAP2, the apocalyptic game about penguins. Yes, good question. Well, I played the first one. The first one was brilliant. It was an apocalyptic game about penguins. So, presumably, the second one is as well. I've played a little bit of this game. I'm up to something like level 7. So, I do know what I'm doing, I hope. The apocalyptic game about penguins is by Penguin DT. They're a 2-man Finnish team. And it's a completely free game. If you want to get this or the first one, and I do recommend it, head over to TAGAP.net. They're free to download. You can even get the soundtrack, and as you can hear, it is brilliant. Got it on my phone. It's my ringtone at the minute. Anyway, let's have some penguin madness, shall we? Start a new game. Let's chuck it on easy. It's a surprisingly difficult game for a side-scrolling shooter. This would of course all make sense if you'd seen the first one. They ended the game on quite a party. Okay, I don't think you want to sit through all this. Might as well get straight into the gaming. Suffice to say, it is a side-scrolling shooter. You are the penguin Pablo, I believe. Oh, yes, Pablo. And, you know, you shoot things. You are a cybernetic penguin created by a crazy scientist, addicted to the TAGAP pill. That's the tissue-altering green addictive pill. And you are a killing machine pitted against this very same doctor's zombie penguin hordes. It's all quite elaborate and detailed. I've never ever considered complaining about the controls for either of the games. Took a little bit of getting used to the first time to realise that spacebar is not in fact jump, but switches to... I think they call it peek mode. Basically, you can look ahead. You don't want to be doing that in the middle of a fight where you have to change directions regularly, because that's just frustrating. As you can see, it does this a lot. But, other than that, it all works fine. They've added a few new features, or at least I think they added them, such as the tummy slide. Last game, I'm pretty sure didn't have that, because I would have used it a lot more. It's just fun to slide down a hill as a penguin with guns. Now, yes, you may have noticed that I do not normally do a WTF is. That is solely the realm of Total Biscuit, as far as I'm concerned. I'm just filling in for him, because he didn't do one for this game, and not enough people know about it. It's a cult hit, one would think. I'm pretty sure that's how they advertise themselves. Well, no. This isn't a cult hit yet, it will be. The first game was a cult hit because it's gimmicky in the extreme. Not many games let you play as a penguin of all things. Let alone a penguin with guns. But, despite the gimmick, it's really, really fun. I love the art style, I love all the weapons. Never get over the fact that the most powerful, or presumably most powerful of the weapons, is the OMG 30k, or 20k. Sorry, my facts aren't 100% clear. So I apologize if you can't enjoy this video as much as you would if I knew everything that I was doing. Oh yes. Because you are a addict, your health is not measured in, you know, blood or any such things like that. Your health is determined by the concentration of the drug in your system, and if you take a life pickup When you're already on full health, you get extremely high. It gets to the point where you start seeing hallucinations, and there are actually achievements for killing them all. Yay! Sewer level! Just the first level, nice and quickly done. The whole game gets done fairly quickly, although it does get very difficult toward the end. I've died numerous times. But, it's enjoyable enough that I don't care that I'm dying, which I think is an amazing thing in any game. If you don't complain about your deaths, someone's done something right. Granted, I've never been overly good at these kind of games, so I'm unlikely to complain anyway. I don't complain about being bad, I complain about games that don't work properly. And this certainly works properly. Penguins freaking everywhere, God! I like that when you somersault, your gunfire goes all over the place. It's really a nice touch. What do we got? We got a shotgun. Let's bring that out for a bit. Most of the weapons have secondary fire. The shotgun shoots out a floating mine, I imagine. That's what I would call it anyway. Good fun unless you're, for instance, on top of a train and there's enough wind to blow them behind you and kill you with them. But, no, you manage. There is a limitless supply of penguins. It doesn't end. They will come at you for days, if you just let them. Fortunately, there's kill streak rewards, so if I manage to kill, I think it's something like 5 or 10 penguins in a very short space of time, you can get life pills. Get extremely high. Already read that info comp on another playthrough, so let's just go straight to pushing the thing on its rails. They've basically... The game's almost identical in how it plays to the first one. They've just added a lot of features. Things like this whole moving items on rails, and there's an EMP gun. There's actually quite a few weapons which are brand new. But the EMP one is the main one, and they've almost designed the game around its existence, which... It really works, because it's a good gun, and it brings in a whole new mechanic, dealing with a lot more robots in this one than you did in the previous. Having an EMP gun just works. What else is there to talk about? Like I have said, I love the music. I believe that Petya Heiskinen. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Suffice to say that I love the stuff. That your music is amazing. It's all over my computer. I got the soundtrack to the first one. I'll be getting the soundtrack to the second eventually. You probably can't hear as much of it, and granted this isn't exactly one of the most riveting of the themes, but the music right in the intro and all the other songs throughout the game are just... They really set the atmosphere. As do floating mines and explosions. Let's get out of this sewer, shall we? Tummy slide. Ow. Should really not cause, explosions in my face. It usually doesn't end well for me. But, when did I ever do things intelligently? As you can see, I'm not the best player of side-scrolling shooters. I think I have mentioned that before. But, I get by. And for a game like this, I mean, it's it's worth it just to practice the skills that you're not good at. You've got the downside that I don't think a lot of other side-scrolling shooters have, in that you can't move very quickly. So, staying airborne is your best friend. Well, not staying airborne, but getting airborne. It's the fastest way out of trouble. The boss of the game. Not the, well, yes, the entire game, but we don't get to kill him yet. While playing single player, I couldn't help but do the voice dialogue. I won't, you know, trouble you with that here. But, yes, the evil penguin genius to take over the world. There is... Don't look for, you know, common sense in this game. Penguins with guns is just your first problem there, because penguins can't use guns, they have flippers. So if you start thinking about things like that, you're inevitably going to fall short. Well, anticlimax. Oh wait, there's more. He gets fat. That is why you shouldn't feed rockhopper penguins, kids. They'll get rocket launchers and try and take over your town. Yeah! That's a dead penguin. Which is strange, because this game has you both loving and hating penguins, because they're everywhere and they're trying to kill you, and at the same time, you're one. Granted, you're a cyber penguin, genetically created from scratch, but let's not go into the full story. Don't want to save it. I want to... well, just talk a little bit before I finish up. The amazing and wonderful thing about this game is that it has co-op. Co-op was not a feature of the first one. Sadly, at the moment, the co-op is only for local play, so you'll need I believe you need an Xbox controller to play it on a computer with a friend. But I'm not entirely sure how that works. I've never really done local co-op with computers. That's something I've never been overly interested in. But I hope that they're working on some netcode to get the online multiplayer working, just to muck around with a friend. It'd be great to try and play it through Hamachi or something like that, because, you know, twice the penguins, twice the fun. Other than that, there's not much more to say. It's an incredibly small game. It's something like 200 megabytes. It is completely free. And, as they said in their press release, it was fueled only by coffee and, passion. And you certainly get a lot of that. If there's something these guys like, it's penguins, and it has come through a lot. Thank you for your time. I apologize to Total Biscuit for stealing his brand name and all those wonderful things to make this video. I'm doing it on your behalf after all, so I hope you'll let me get away with that. Thank you, and I thoroughly recommend going out and getting this game. TAGAP.net, if I'm not mistaken. If not, just Google TAGAP and you'll find it. Enjoy. Good night.